of learning, let's bring on the next act. Slick as buggery, that intro. Hope you enjoyed it. It's a mixed metaphor. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on the stage the first act of the third half. Give it up, I love him to death. I saw him before once and I followed him all round Tring. Please welcome on the stage the one known as Little Ross Jordan, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Ross!
Yes.
Love you!
Thank you. Now, I'd just like us all to take a few moments to think about those people who have to spend Christmas on their own. The lucky bastards. Eating what they want, drinking what they want, doing what they want, watching what they want on TV.
Yes.
God. I mean, what other time of year is it appropriate to have a 25-kilogram box of chocolates lying around the house for people just to graze their way through like wildebeests while they're waiting for more food? It's not acceptable unless you're a sort of mid-30s single woman with bulletproof makeup, a penchant for cheap gin and a box set of Hugh Grant films. It's not acceptable, is it? And if you want to go for the healthy option, probably your only choice is dates. Dates. Or as I like to call them, Davros's testicles. And they're supplied in a sort of cardboard coffin, because you'll never get the sticky buggers out of there, will you? So they're going to die there. And they come with the most inappropriate, purpose-designed piece of cutlery known to man. A 6-inch long, sort of fork-type device made of the same plastic as the dashboard of a Mark I Vauxhall Astra. Both yes, you remember, both incredibly flexible and completely unfit for purpose, aren't they? Dear me. Would you like a sherry?
Yes.
Yes. Well, it's Christmas and you should. And then the question will come, what do you want? Do you want sweet, medium, dry, medium, dry, medium, medium? I've no frame of reference.
Going dry!
Going dry, thank you. I only have it once a year and I can never remember what I had the previous year. And it's supplied. It's supplied in a glass from a doll's house. But full to the brim. Just get a bigger glass, surely. And the most irritating thing about sherry is I really quite like it. It's quite nice. I'll have a pint of that, please. That'd be lovely. A little word to the wise, never have a pint of sherry. Yeah, a few nods at the back. Never have a pint of sherry. It will turn your hair blue, okay? You'll start to smell of wee, and you'll have to change your name to Joan. Okay, so never have a pint of sherry. And then you've got the meal, and with the meal you've got wine, haven't you? And someone was saying, Ross, you're a bit of a wine connoisseur, aren't you? Which means tosser, as far as I'm concerned. What do you think of the white? I'm getting sulfates. I'm getting indigestion. I'm getting a hint of 3 for £10, I think. But I must say the closest this wine has ever been to any grapes are probably the piles of the foreman at the bottling plant. And then you get the main meal, and it's all gone a bit weird this year. You can't just have turkey. You've got to have turkey combined with other sort of birds. Tesco's have got turkey and goose with giblets and stuffing, which actually is the title of a DVD I've got hidden in a drawer at home. And Aldi, have you seen this? Aldi have got a 4-bird roast.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah.
What are they trying to do? They're trying to make a mutated master race, are they? I mean, they are a German company, let's face it. I haven't been to Waitrose, but I imagine that they have got pheasant covered with thin slices of swan and a dew made from the tears of a peacock. And then after the meal, you move on to cheese. Tiny bit of cheddar and then masses of sort of weird, dribbly, crumbly stuff made by animals that really are more useful for jumpers than cheese, I think. And often with unnecessary added berries. which, you know, they're going to be like gunshot on the way out later on, aren't they? You don't need that stuff, really. And then, after the meal, you get to presents. And the presents has become more of a virtual experience now, hasn't it? I've bought you all the Harry Potter books, all of them, but as a download, so there's actually nothing to wrap or give you. It's the thought that counts, literally. Or someone buys you an experience. There you go, 20 minutes in a hot air balloon with a bloke called Jeff. Happy Christmas. How can you wrap an experience, really? What happened to good old-fashioned grey-ribbed socks or Body Shop spot scrub? They were proper presents, weren't they? And eventually the conversation runs dry, and so the TV goes on for class warfare. You've got EastEnders.
Yeah.
Versus Downton Abbey. Says a lot about trend there. So to avoid this utter crassness, I go for the annual jigsaw. Last year, it was a 998-piece jigsaw bought from a charity shop. Hey, thank you. And it still had the child's fist prints in some of the sky pieces. So to round Christmas off, what more do you need but food, of course? And so this year, we're going to have a meat ring from Iceland. This actually exists. £10 of unspecified meat in a pastry ring. Yeah, it exists. There's no punchline there. You can insert your own. Punchline, I mean. Insert your own punchline. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. And maybe just top it off with a few home-brewed pickled onions. Just really to get the Daleks and the Cybermen going at each other in your stomach. But finally, I want to leave you with this sort of thought. I mean, when you're at someone else's house for Christmas, you can't have a proper shit, can you? Can you? Really? You can't relax. That's the thing. So you've been suppressing internal farts all day. There's sort of a cumulonimbus effect going on in your stomach. The best thing about Christmas is when you get home to your own lavatory, open the payload doors and say, thank flush, that's all over for another year. My name's Ross Jordan. Happy Christmas.
Little Ross filling us all with Christmas cheer, isn't he? Taking our mind off the fact that we all die alone. Isn't he? You know that? Beautiful. But I think it's a good point.